A pleasure to meet y'all at last. I'm Jay Nowak, and now let's get real serious. This is, in fact, 10 rounds in a banana magazine with a matching white color, corresponding to the Doomland Desolator. Now, I will say for sure that this is, in fact, probably one of my favorite blasters of all time, because look at its SMG-like looks to it. A banana clip in it, and some pretty darn good ergonomics. I mean, look at this. I do not look uncomfortable in this. Or do you think so? Let me know down in the comment section below. But anyways, to fire off 10 rounds with its motorized action, that fluid, that's pretty much all you need to know about the Desolator. Load up 10 rounds into its banana clip with its pretty nice white base on it. Then, of course, fire away. But I guess the Desolator is a whole lot more than just that. If I haven't already explained it, then well, I'll just simply do it now. This is in fact from the Impact Zone, which is in fact a sub-series of the Doomlands lineup that ran for a pretty short time. There was another blaster that was also in the Impact Zone called the Long Arm. Maybe I'll talk more about that some other time, but of course, the Desolator has just a lot of pretty good pros in it that makes it a great blaster for what it is. Not just for the fact that it has a unique 10-round magazine and banana clip shape with a matching white base that's not detachable, actually. Although there was some people out there who had said that sometimes the clips can have detachable pieces on them. This one does not. And of course, it's that easy to fall right out. So I mean, that probably could be considered a con, but actually I'd say it's a pro, because there's a lot of us who try to reload very quickly, and of course, that's all you need to do there. It takes barely 2 seconds to pull off, and just like that, you're pretty much ready to go here. And I should imply that as a clip blaster, this isn't really the only clip that you can put on here, despite how this clip well right here is shaped pretty weirdly. But of course you can still fit most clips on there, and that's only because the ridge that's on the side here is pretty parallel to the width of the clip itself. So of course, you can fit whatever clip you want inside of it without any trouble whatsoever. Even a drum magazine like that from the Colossatron, yeah. I guess it's going to be a while before I talk about that, right? Well, anyways, I guess now's the time to do something pretty awesome here. Here we go. Invisibullets armed and ready. And just like that, I'm out. What do you expect? An SMG like this that pretty much has a lot of capabilities within it, but in general, I really do see a lot of potential with something like this. Anyone who can pick up one of these, whether it be locally because there's still a Doomlands resurgence going on in places like Target, or of course if you can go online or even in other places, because sometimes they can appear there for some odd reason, you might be able to get your hands on one of them, if you can. But being that I was able to get my hands on this a while ago, I could say firsthand that the Desolator is just impressive. Being that it's a Doomlands blaster, uses itself the iconic Doomlands darts, but instead, they are in fact the Impact Zone color scheme, which consists of white and black. And I will say for sure that aside from everything else that I've already mentioned about the Desolator, it's just an amazing blaster. A solid 9 out of 10 for this thing right here. Dead serious. You could probably give yourself your little point of view down in the comment section below, but agree with me or not, a banana clip magazine SMG with a pretty darn good foregrip over here, which is slanted to really make your hand feel very comfortable while holding this in place, and quite a sturdy stock for what it is. And it does take a few AA batteries instead of C batteries, so it's pretty light to hold in one hand. Yeah, and like I said, the clip falls out pretty easily when you press down on the button, so I suggest you probably be careful with that, but just know that that's how fast the transition from unloading the clip to loading a clip can be. Depending on how you are in a Nerf battle, I'd recommend taking the Desolator with you because you can pretty much blur through an entire magazine full of darts in just a few seconds. Being that it took nearly 4 seconds to unload 10 darts out of that banana clip, it's one thing, but I guess another way to put it is that, simply put, the Desolator is just a solid choice for anyone out there who's willing to have themselves a motorized semi-auto blaster. Of course, if you haven't already looked up my review on the Nerf Infamous here on Aftersought, I recommend checking that out. But until then, let's just say that, well, I'll be going back to shotguns. And of course, you can take a wild guess what this is. But until then, if you want to see more of that on my channel, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.